I'm Bruce.
I'm Sharon.
And it's the Bruce and Sharon Show, and this is 7 things we like and 5 things we don't.
So there.
Yeah. So item number 1 that we like.
Okay, what we like. Oh, these spinny things that we have in the backyard.
Oh, we have mobiles in the backyard. We have mobile stands with spinning tops and stuff that ward off the predators that might come and snatch Petey or Percy or Tonka. I don't think so, because Tonka weighs about 30 pounds.
No, she doesn't. She's 17 pounds.
17 pounds.
She's not that big.
She's like me. She's shrinking.
And we found they actually work to keep the predator birds away.
Right.
We used to see them hovering around our backyards, kind of eyeing our little dogs, our little decorator dogs.
Yeah.
And
it keeps them away. It keeps them at bay, because the things are spinning. They're not sure what they are. You know, they could be helicopter blades, and they're like, oh, we don't want to go down there. That thing it's giving off light, and
we placed them just close enough together to where the birds with the big wingspans would have trouble getting between them.
Yeah.
So.
And just like that stationary bike in the background, it really it wards off anyone using it.
That's right. Yeah. That's right. It says, stay away from me. Don't come near.
Don't exercise. Don't do that. No, because then
stay out of this corner.
You might firm this up, you know.
No, not with that. Okay, so number 2 thing that we like.
Okay.
It's a TV show.
Yeah.
It's based on an old TV show.
And it is?
Perry Mason. And that is on... Is it on Netflix?
That is on...
No.
That is on HBO Max.
Is it?
And it's starring Matthew Rhys.
Okay.
R-H-Y-S, who was in The Americans. And he's actually quite good. It's a different kind of Perry Mason. It's not Raymond Burr.
No.
And Paul, but it has the usual characters. It has Paul Drake in there. It has Della Street, his personal assistant and secretary. I don't know.
I think she's evolved from being a secretary.
Yeah, I don't think back then in the original Perry Mason they had such a thing as a personal assicent. It was always a secretary.
Carved her niche.
Her niche. We are the people who say niche. And one of the other characters, Hamilton Berger, who plays a defense attorney, he's kind of a mean guy. Whereas Hamilton Berger in the old Perry Mason series, he got wiped out every time. Just when you think, oh, he's going to win this one, Perry doesn't have anything to debate with, you know, as far as this guy being guilty. And sure enough, Perry always comes up with that ace up his sleeve, and the person on the stand just confesses to everybody right there in the courtroom.
Did you not kill your husband?
Yes. Yeah. Okay. The next thing we like
is
beef.
Beef.
Not the meat.
No, we don't eat no beef. But this is a TV show
called Beef.
Beef, and it stars Ali Wong and Stephen Yeun.
Yeah, he played Glenn in The Walking Dead.
Yes.
And he's had a bunch of other films.
Oh, he was in the movie Madari. One of those Asian names.
We'll probably get the correct name.
Yeah.
Put it up.
And it's kind of hard to watch at first.
Beef is, yeah.
Yeah. Because it's about...
It's people doing really stupid things.
It's about road rage.
Yeah.
And kind of, that's one of our things that we don't like is road rage. Mm-hmm. Who likes that? Who goes, road rage, yeah. Come on.
That makes me feel good.
Yeah. So I've even lessened my road rage because, man, I used to have a ton of it. But she, as my co-pilot, always reminds me, just let it go.
Let it go.
Let that person in.
They might have a gun.
Yes, indeed. And here in Tennessee, no doubt they have a gun. Mm-hmm. And sometimes they will even show it to you as they pass by you.
So hold it in.
You hold it in. And that brings us to one of our other things that we don't like.
Oh, yes.
And that's people who don't use a turn signal.
Yeah.
Oh, if you don't use that turn signal and you're just whipping from lane to lane, you're just asking for it. Buddy.
Oh, Bruce has a real problem with people who neglect their turn signals.
Yes. Even when we're standing still and the vehicle in front of me is turning right or left, I would just as soon know about it.
He has a hard time with that, and I do have to constantly remind him they might have a gun.
Yes. And I think in a previous life, I was a highway patrolman who just dealt with accidents caused by turn signals.
Very likely. Okay, one more thing that we do like.
Like I even signal Sharon when I'm turning in bed. I always use the left straight out, or I'm turning right, then that would be this arm straight up.
They can't see that.
Can't see that.
You're off camera. No, you got to go the other way. Here, there we go. There
you go.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's helpful because then the dogs and I can get out of the way.
Yeah. Exactly. You can move over because when I turn in bed,
we watch out.
One good turn gets all the covers.
No, Mandy, I am not going to Larchwood. No, airline tickets, too much money.
Too expensive. We cannot afford stationary bikes if we send her on.
No, that's stationary.
Or treadmills. You can see right down at the bottom.
There's a little tiny treadmill.
Down there is a little tiny treadmill and stuff.
I mean, literally a little tiny treadmill.
Yeah. Those are for days when it's inclement outside and we can't walk. Because there's great places to walk around our neighborhood.
I wonder if I can show you how small that treadmill is.
Oh,
see?
Yeah.
It's like, is that 3 feet long?
Yeah. And look at my gut. You just got a shot of my gut there. It's like,
Okay.
That's the what is the best birth control for people our age? Nudity.
Well, our age.
Yeah.
It's just our age.
Yeah.
That's the best birth control.
True. There's no births happening unless it's some sort of immaculate reception.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Immaculate deception.
Yeah.
Okay. Where was I going? Was I going? Oh, yes. So we had this air fryer from Corsi that we had for several years. We got it on the Amazon truck.
Right.
What was that truck called?
The treasure truck. Treasure truck.
Got it there.
Yeah.
And
I used it.
Yeah, used it a fair amount.
And it made great French fries and tater tots. And you could fry chicken in there and stuff, make chicken wings and stuff. I never tried that because we're not big on chicken wings. But if we ever had anybody over to the house.
Tater tots galore.
Yep.
So we get an email from Amazon saying, oh,
it's been recalled.
It's been recalled. I can't remember what the problem is. It'll blow up?
No, fire.
Fire.
It started, apparently some of the resins from cooking get trapped in the bottom and they become a fire hazard.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
So they tell you what to do to get it exchanged for a new one. You have to send them all this information. You have to take a photo of it. You have to cut the cord off and take a photo of it and take a photo of the different serial numbers that are on the machine.
Yeah.
So first Bruce does all that.
I did it all and I sent it off to them and they said,
not right.
I don't like your pictures.
They don't like those. So then I thought, I'll do it.
Yeah. So she did it the first time and...
No, not quite right.
Not quite right.
We couldn't really tell that the cord was cut off.
Yeah, and your serial numbers, we weren't sure exactly what they were. Yeah.
So by about the fourth time I tried doing the right combination of photos.
Fourth try.
They finally said, congratulations, we're going to send you a new air fryer.
And that's exactly what they did. They sent us a brand new air fryer. It looks very identical to the other
first one. So hopefully it won't also get recalled.
No.
Now we got a new air fryer.
Yeah. So we like that. That's good customer service. And they did warn us. They said, this is a recall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So a little tricky with the process, but they got it done.
Moving on to our next like.
We like the fact that the plants that we got from my mom's apartment when she passed 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago.
2.5 years ago.
they're all still alive.
We've never been good with plants.
Every plant that we have, I have one plant that I've managed to keep alive, and it's one of those pothos plants that nobody can kill.
Yeah.
That's the only plant I've kept alive ever.
Yeah. And it's fired me up. You know, my grandfather and my father grew up on farms and stuff, and so I kind of got the flower bug. I'm not like a vegetable gardener or anything like that, but I've kind of got the bug to plant flowers. So I planted some flowers recently in our flower beds.
Yeah. Anyway, so here's things we don't like. Okay. Oh wow, the big fuss over drag. Okay, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Come on. Okay.
I mean, even Williams and Ree had to do drag. I mean, we did South Dakota lottery commercials.
I'm going to see if I can find those lottery commercials of he and Terry.
I know there's a picture somewhere.
Today we're going to be cooking up a special recipe for instant dough.
Is this recipe from scratch?
Yes, and it's quite simple, actually.
How much dough are we talking?
Here are the ingredients. Let's find out. See? Instant dough. Plenty of it.
Nice trash. You bought it new?
In drag.
Yeah.
And it wasn't pretty.
No. Oh, that Indian fella is an ugly woman. He makes an ugly woman, and it's a real smear to the women of the world.
But
when he puts on makeup,
there was no problem. We did it was for the lottery.
We just knew going in, and it happened like consecutively 2 or 3 years in a row.
High card from the South Dakota Lottery. Your chance to win $50,000.
Yeah, cowboy. Are you playing?
Yeah, give me 5 high cards.
Ooh, a real man.
High card means you can win $5,000 right away, or a chance at $50,000 in the big draw.
You know what you could get was $50,000.
Something tells me I'm about to get lucky. Oh, soon I'll take 5 more cards. Give me a sedative and a blindfold.
And we started to think, are we ever going to do one where it's just us? You know.
No.
And no, because they were popular. People like to see. And we dressed up as fairies one time.
That's right. You were a princess.
I was the what was I? The pothole princess.
You're the bridge princess.
Bridge
and
princess.
Terry was the pothole fairy.
Yeah, and we had to put on tutus, and we had little wands, and that was for the South Dakota Highway Commission. So,
and nobody complained. Nobody said, don't let your children watch.
Yes, don't let your children ever be at a Williams and Ree show.
Because they wore tutus.
Yes.
On television.
Yes, and some people said our show just dragged more than our outfits.
So anyway, that's something we don't like.
Right.
And I personally, I have a problem with people shooting innocent beer cans and bottles with machine guns.
Cans.
These beer cans did nothing.
Yeah.
They did nothing to hurt anybody.
And even though they may seem inanimate, cans have lives too.
Yeah, they have hops and they
jumps.
Just because people have a little bit of transphobia, they think they need to kill all the beer.
Yeah.
It does not make any sense to me.
I don't know.
I mean, if you're that angry,
go.
What.
Don't do anything. Don't get a gun.
Shooting
don't
things.
get a gun.
Just stand in your backyard and yell.
Yeah.
That would be best. Just go yell.
Exactly. Like when my neighbor yells at me, I don't go get a gun
and shoot milk cartons.
Yeah. No. Like lactose-free milk cartons.
Yeah.
So that they don't feel quite as much pain because the bullets don't have to go through as much lactose. Huh? How's that for logic?
Look at how much money they're wasting on beer by shooting it up.
Yeah.
That's just dumb.
Right on.
I think
I'm going to agree with you because I'm not a yes man, but I like everything you have to say.
Okay, well that's me getting up on my soapbox today.
Yeah. And when you're on your soapbox, you're nearly as tall as me.
And another thing. I don't like short toilets in restaurants.
Yes.
I mean, they're okay in elementary schools.
Yep.
But when I'm in a restaurant, which is frequented by adults.
Yes.
I shouldn't have
to sit on the floor.
Down like I'm hovering over a hole in the ground to use the bathroom.
I agree.
I have been in some restaurants recently where the toilets are so low, and I'm thinking it's even worse if you've had a couple glasses of wine, and you go in there and you doubt yourself.
Yeah.
You start thinking, is it just me?
Yeah.
Am I suddenly losing my depth perception? Is this a normal toilet and it's just me feeling like it's going further and further down?
Yeah, and it's starting to get that when you flush the toilet, that spinning thing, the whirlpool. You're caught in a whirlpool and you're going lower and lower and you're...
Yeah. And then try to stand up.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And then you're afraid you're going to pull down the toilet paper dispensers because that's the only thing you can drag
For
yourself
support.
up with.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, and then you need to put those handles up.
Yeah.
Especially when it's a short toilet.
Yes.
Yeah. Speaking of bathrooms.
Yeah.
Motion sensor faucets and soap dispensers that don't work.
Yeah. Like you go up and put your hand under the motion sensor faucet and stuff, doesn't work. You go over to another one, maybe it doesn't work.
But the soap does.
The soap comes out and stuff, and then you have nothing to... Yeah. And
so you're going around like you're begging for water.
Yeah.
Please, can I have some
water, please? And motion sensor toilets, and too, people go in there and do their business, and then they walk out thinking the toilet's gonna do its thing. Well, it doesn't always do that. It doesn't always sense that.
And why do people assume that they can just sit down, dump a load, and walk away?
Exactly. Leave it for the next person to enjoy.
Like, I'm just sure it's all going to work just fine.
Yeah.
I don't need to look back.
Yeah, those are the same guys that pee on the seat because they're too lazy or stupid to lift the seat when they come into a stall and stuff. And it's just... And the next person coming in either has to... If they don't see it, they sit down in their pee.
Sometimes women will do that. They will hover because they don't want to touch the seat.
Yep.
But then they don't clean it up.
No, they leave it sitting there. So then you sit down in it. Yeah.
No, I don't. I see it, and I'll either move on to the next one.
Yeah.
Or reluctantly clean it up, and then you have to use the paper cover thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, wait, if you're gonna hover, use the cover.
Yeah.
Please.
Exactly.
Hover with the cover.
Mm-hmm. I'm thinking of just carrying a little spray bottle of luminol and a black light and just every time I go in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or maybe some...
Because sometimes it really is a crime scene. You go in there and it's...
Just a little nature's miracle.
Yeah.
Just all over, yeah.
Okay, that's one of the things we don't like.
You don't like nature's miracle?
No.
No, you don't like the toilet issues.
Exactly.
Yes. Just public toilets in general. Mm-hmm. We don't like those very much.
No.
I just don't like the fact that when you have one of those toilets that's a censored, you have to do a freaking dance in front of the toilet to get it to flush.
Well, and there's usually a manual button that you can press too. Mm-hmm. Usually.
Yeah, sometimes you have to press really hard.
Yeah. Sometimes
it's like this little tiny round thing that you got to really... And if you have long fingernails, it's hard to get that thing in.
Exactly. I know exactly what you're talking about because...
You don't want to break your nails. So do you have anything else you want to add? Because I've gone through our list.
You have? That's it?
I think I have.
Okay.
Short toilets.
Okay. That's it.
Fuss over drag. Mm-hmm. Shooting innocent beer cans.
Yep. That was 7 things we like and 5 things we don't. This is the Bruce and Sharon Show. If you like us, give us a little heads up, a little thumbs up.
And you want to subscribe.
Yeah, that would be good because subscribing is what we're trying to do. We're trying to get 1,000 subscribers.
It's going to be a while.
And we're stuck at like 190.
Oh, we got one more. We got 191.
Oh, we got 190. Ooh, yeah. I feel the rush.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
I mean, thank you, Mr. 191.
It's just fun. It's just fun to do this with you, Sharon.
Yeah. I like you too, Bruce.
Well, I like you too, Sharon.